What's up, guys? Yeah, appreciate you guys hopping on. Just checking out Gold one last night. What's going on? Yaley, how you doing? So Yaley, so what broker do you use to trade gold in the USA? I use Plexi Trade. Yeah, I tried to send the link last time in here. I tried to pin it, but I couldn't pin it. So if you need the link, just shoot me a DM and I'll send it to you after I hop off. Yep. And on the future side, I trade with TradeAway. Yeah, they actually have like a power bonus program right now. So I believe it's whatever you deposit, they match it. So if you put 1,000 in, they match $1,000 that you can actually leverage. So it's pretty cool. And then of course, if you lose that 1,000 that they leverage, it's not like you have to owe it back or something. It's not like you can pull that money out. It's just more on the account that you can leverage the trade with and make profit off of. So it's pretty cool. I think that ends at the end of July though. Yep, no problem. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't see the markets doing much, but we've been moving at night, so we'll see what happens. We started to get a shift to the downside during New York session, kind of held here, so I'm waiting to see. Now we ran out liquidity to the top side. Do we start to see a shift back bearish, or do we see price action maintain that buy side from what we originally were seeing before we had a stronger take profit event here? I'm back out. I'm trying to look at the chat. He said going crazy, trying to find a regular broker to trade gold. And then somebody said Top Step. Yeah, you can jump on Top Step, but if you're trading, like I said, futures, TradeAway. So somebody said in GC shorts, what you think? I like GC shorts actually. After how we closed during the New York session, so you can see like at the top there. I'll go to that 8-hour time frame. Sorry, I know my setup's not the best. Next week my streaming should be on point. with how it looks here on TikTok and YouTube, guys. But we had a run of a low and we did close below it here. And we had a sell side imbalance that printed here as well. So we are still within that daily buy side imbalance. So I can still see us potentially shifting higher though. But with how we close today, I'm looking for potentially we see a roll back to the downside. We can see those buyers didn't show back up after we got that impulse down. We had a nice order consumption wick, but we didn't really see buyers survive. We kind of just chopped around. So if we see sellers hold up, I like shorts tonight to finish out the week. He said, what would TP be? I mean, honestly, like my draw on liquidity is going to be at previous day's low. So around 3,321.3. And then, of course, we get continuation down into like 3,300 levels for a stronger push. But for me right now, we still haven't got that transition to the downside just yet. So I'm waiting. We did get that run of the liquidity, but just no transition here. I appreciate y'all liking the live too. Thanks for sharing. So broke college boy said, "What's required to start trading futures? I've only done options and traditional stock trade so far." So if you're already familiar with the market, nothing is actually required as long as, of course, you're over 18. You can trade futures. You will need, of course, like a bank account because your futures account is going to be linked to directly your bank account, or you can do like a wire transfer. But not too much. I would say start on YouTube and just do more research on futures itself. Because what I found is like the strategy from options to futures is probably a lot different. But there may be some that go across both. So you may be able to use some of the things you learn from options and bring it over to futures. But I can't say for sure as far as education if the two will mesh from what you already know. But definitely want to open a demo account. Use like Trade would be a good one. Yeah, go from there. Start doing your research. Or of course, you got questions. Definitely hop on the live. Specific questions I can help you with too. Appreciate that follow, guys. Check the chat. All right. I appreciate that follow, unit or unit 2. All right, God, I appreciate them likes. What's up, Ryan? Appreciate that follow. Appreciate all y'all tapping in tonight. So yeah, I'll be on. Like I said, I'll usually let you guys know I'm on Monday night through Thursday night. Like usually 7:15, 7:30. I'll hop on here for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Unit 2 said, hopefully these shorts print for MGC, something slight. I said, forget. Yeah, I like this level though. I just want to see, a nice shift back under that Asia open. So we get back under 3,339 and maintain. I think we'll be good. I feel that little set and forget. Just let the trade run. Maybe one of those nights, we get the high or low at night, and then you just see price action just continue through London. Pull out trade. I mean, we only got till noon tomorrow anyway, but probably just trail tight if you trade overnight. I'll usually trail once I get to like my draw on liquidity, or once we hit like heading into pre New York. So far, we formed like a sell sign imbalance. We ran out of high. Ran out of low here. What's up, guys? Jay Mills said trade on a bank holiday. You're wild. No, I'm not even necessarily gonna take something tonight. I'm just kind of looking at the market, unless it show me something. But this week, we've been seeing most of the movement from the Asia and London session. So definitely not New York though. New York has been like, it'll be the move once news hit, and then after that, it ain't doing nothing. It's just kind of moving sideways. But yeah, we'll see. That's funny though. Yep. But then, too, what I realized, NFP got moved to today or to earlier. So, that's why we had that big drop, and then we kind of just maintained it here. That's why I'm seeing if we see shorts step back in, or if we just continue to chop in this range. Appreciate that follow too, bro. What's up, Oscar? Appreciate y'all sharing it live. What's up, Chris? He said need them to dump it already. Yeah, I know. It's playing around in this range. We got about 19 minutes left on the H1 closure, so hopefully what we see is price still closed within that bearish order block range that was created on the 1 hour time frame to the left. If we can close with that, I think we'll see shorts. Let's see. Oops. Zoe said, Jordan, how was your NY session for you? So NY was break even. We ended up getting to a nice impulse up, but price just chopped around. So I was looking for buy side during New York, but we basically just chopped. It's been a pretty much break even week, honestly. Didn't make too much. Once we got that impulse, I just moved my stops in. But now that price did hold on that sell side, I'm interested to see if we get more shorts here or if we see price action just continue higher. I can't complain. I mean, it was NFP week. NFP was released, and it's Fourth of July week, so I wasn't expecting nothing crazy this week. So Unit Two said we need. Where's the fair value gap on the 1 hour? Um, so I don't know if you can see the screen up here. So yeah, 1 hour time frame. We got a fair value gap up here, and then we got that 1 hour bearish order block here that we're testing into. And apologies, guys. I got my phone hooked up, but like I said, I'll have everything synced come next week. So I just rather get it started before I had all my equipment than to just not do it. You know what I mean? Appreciate that follow, Eddie. AMD, appreciate you. AMD said NQ is very slow. How is gold right now? Gold is pretty choppy too. I mean, we pushed outside the Asia Open, ran out buy side liquidity. We just slowly been moving to the upside here. So nothing crazy though. I'm not really expecting too much movement tonight, but you never know. It's Asia session. That's where we've been seeing most movement from the pairs this week. So we'll see. Well, at least from gold, I would say. AMD said, how much does your bookmap order flow subscription cost that you have? So total is like $70. It's like 35 for the 35 for the platform, the bookmap plus subscription, and then to have the live data is like an extra 35. And I got it with Comex. I think it's $17 though the first month, and then next month it'll be like so on. It'll be $70. No, I can't really explain too much about Bookmap outside of it being level 2 data. So my main thing that I kind of wanted to focus on or learn just listening to like market wizards and reminiscences of a stock operator and stuff like that, just learning how to read the tape. So I heard some traders talking about reading the tape, like professional traders, older traders that's been in the game, 30, 40 years, trading the markets, and they all talk about reading the tape. So I was just interested in reading level 2 data, and I was told that Bookmap can help you do that, and you can see the heat map as well as the orders on the book of where quote unquote liquidity is resting. So or liquidity, or you can just say orders, whatever. But the advice he gave was just to put it up on your on your screen and just take note of it. I'm not using it for any confluences or anything like that. I'm just looking at the times that I am trading. What does it look like? What levels are I'm seeing pop up? What levels am I seeing to trade into? Stuff like that. Like I haven't built any strategy or anything off of it. Tranquil said, what type of trader is you? I would consider myself like an institutional style trader. So I use supply, demand, um, liquidity, order pools, order flow. AMD said, I know what how to read tape. That's simple to read order flow on the spread. I'm curious about Bookmap. What does those bubble mean? So yeah, I don't have the bubbles on my chart, but the bubbles are for volume, so you can like increase them. So it's like volume coming in, so it's tracking price, second to second or whatever you want to, whatever amount of seconds you want to say, but they highlight volume in the market. So red, bigger red balls would mean more volume or less volume. Bigger green ones, smaller green ones at certain levels. So it just basically shows you like volume, but I don't use them. Trade said, what do you trade? I trade gold on the forward side and gold futures. AMD said, do you think if you pair that book map with market maker models like ICT and SMC concepts? Yeah, I think you definitely could. I would say you can become more profitable. That's why I'm in testing phase. Like, I really can't say. Um, I haven't built a model around it. I think it's doable, but really I'm just trying to see if it offers any type of edge, anything that I'm not currently seeing, but I can't give you an answer, like, because I literally had it probably like 2 weeks in total now. So I'm literally just keeping it on my chart, and then I got a journal right here. I'll write down what I'm seeing, what levels were there, what the CVD that tracks like the delta. It was that high, if I'm taking a buy, was it low if I'm taking a sell, like, you know what I mean? But I can't use it for any confluence because that would throw my whole system off at this point because it's just too new. But I think it can be used. I mean, people have been using it, but I can't give you a definite answer based off what I did so far. AMD said, did you learn how to read it properly, and did you put the discipline into actually learning book map? No, I have not started to learn book map or anything like that. Like I said, I just literally got it up and I've just been watching it. But yeah, I think if you take the time to learn what you're looking at, I'm just more so putting it up here, seeing what confluences I have. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in learning more about it. I just haven't taken the time to study it. I'm just more so having my data up as far as my charts marked up, my system that I'm already looking to trade, and then I just use it as something to notate at this time. So I look at their subscriptions. They have a lot to offer, but I'm just hesitant. Yeah, I would say just continue to do your research. I mean, if you find another trader that likes it, I would wait to find someone that has more experience with it. I know like Austin Silver uses it. He has like a whole tutorial video. So I mean, I set it up using his tutorial videos, but he shows how he uses it and stuff as well. But he even said the same thing, like before you just throw it away, just put it on your screen and just see what start marking off what you see. So I would say check out ASFX TV, and then look for book map tutorials on there. Kind of point you in the right direction. It said institutions will try to manipulate ChatGPT. You can make it your own personal bot. Oh, make ChatGPT your own personal bot. And he said, I've been trading multiple prop firms 9 years, brother. I traded. Okay, that's dope. Yeah, I'm in year 7 now, but that's what's up. Yeah, I definitely don't use any strategies off ChatGPT though. I ain't doing that. But I think it can definitely, help you leverage your system of what you know to help you increase your expectancy, increase your SQN score, stuff like that. You can help study with ChatGPT. Nah, she got to get out. Just 1 second, guys. MD says, send me an email. I promise you won't regret it. Bullish. Okay, for sure. Let me screenshot this. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. My son just always is busting in here. Look up wick off trading strategy as way better than ICT. Okay. What's going on, Daniel? Oops. Oh, sorry, guys. I see your comments. Study with me. Say, hey, Jay, Discord link not working for me. Okay, send an email to support@tgfxacademy.com, or you can DM me on IG or TikTok, and I can send you that link. Sometimes the Discord link only lasts for a certain period. BT or BFT trade said, what are you trading? I'm trading gold and gold futures. Louis said, I want gold to come down to 317. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we could still see longs if we do get a nice impulse back down. BFT trade said, when do you enter a trade like confluences? When I enter after a liquidity sweep and a break of structure and inverse fair value gap, it always comes and stops me out and then goes to my TP. So I mean my entries, you kind of have to be open to taking multiple entries when you are taking like that entry model of just seeing a transition and price retesting and inverse fair value gap or a regular fair value gap. I would be more careful, especially trading gold. I look for more momentum to step in, so we may get those confirmations. Like even now, we're seeing a run of a low. We got a sell side imbalance print. I'll be waiting for a retest and follow through. So instead of just waiting for, like you said, maybe price comes back here and you're already retesting the inversion, you end up trying to enter here and then price just continues higher and it ends up going in your direction. With that, you have to be open to taking multiple positions. So that's like a perfect entry model, price retesting. Whereas if you wait and you wait for follow through, you may be getting a little bit lower, but based off of, since you got in more on continuation, you probably have bigger stop loss, but you have more confirmation of the move. So a lot of times what I'll do is wait until I see that, because we may just retest up here. And I used to just enter, right on the fair value gap after we ran out lows or broke structure. I'll just take an entry, place the stops above, but price will just impulse higher. We'll take another transition again, impulse higher. So for me, since I don't like to take more than really one entry, I'll take two, maybe a session. I'll wait for that extra confirmation for follow through and just go with bigger stops. Yep. Check the chat. Yep, I trade gold, Daniel. AMD said, if this Discord link doesn't work, click the corner, put the open browser. Okay. Appreciate that follow, guys. Yeah, appreciate you all hopping on. Appreciate the likes, Ryan. Yeah, guys. So right now, after seeing that transition, we're still just sitting above that Asia open high. Not really seeing any sellers step in. Still seeing buy side kind of maintain here. So not really looking to take anything right now. Yeah, it's not looking like sellers really want to step in right now. I think we probably see higher prices, honestly. It's not getting a strong enough reaction on that sell side. Ryan said, "What platform do you use to trade?" I use Tradeovate. I trade on Tradeovate on my personal account. I trade um, my top one futures account. That's on TopStepX platform. And then I also use MT5 on my own personal trade account for the Forex side using Plexi Trade. Avengers said, "What platforms do you use?" Okay, yep. So yeah, those platforms I just mentioned, but yeah, I know Webull I think is more for options, but I trade futures. I'm not sure if you can trade futures with Webull. I'm not too sure about that one. RPG said, "How long did it take you to get your first payout?" I got my first payout in year like the end of year three. End of year three, I got my first payout. Decaf said, "Jay Will, I'm not gonna lie, I'm slipping on, I'm slipping on Wise. I'm not trading. They've been stopping me out on my British pound sales. I'm just letting them have it tonight. Just watching you play." Okay, for sure. Yeah, I might. I don't know if I'm gonna end up taking something tonight. Like I said, it's been a pretty uneventful week. I'm just sitting just below break even, so it's not really much. It's like I could take a trade. I'm not super down right now, but it's like, do I really need to force a trade? Probably not. Appreciate that follow, guys. Vendor said, "Is there a set amount of money I need to start with?" Um, Honestly, I would say start into a demo account first. If you're just learning how to trade futures, um, But I don't know. It's always hard to say, like, how much you should start with, because it's really just depending on where you're at and what you're able to risk. But you don't want to spend too much time in your demo account either, because you really want to put your emotions behind what you're testing. So for me, if I was to go back and just, start over, I probably would use my money more so to invest into like FX replay or simulation stuff first, so that I'm like actually tracking my data of me taking trades in quote unquote live markets. The simulation to be as close as possible to live data, and just getting my getting my structure on my system first before I actually put any money into the live markets. Because it's honestly, you're gonna lose trading in these markets first anyway. You're gonna lose so much at first that you can shave half of what you need to lose just by accessing simulations and just spending more on like learning first before like let me just start and put money into an account. I appreciate that follow. But I would say, if you once you do, get an understanding of what you're looking at, got a system that you want to trade, I would say at least maybe like 500 to start, 250 minimum. Um, like I was talking about earlier, if you do like the forex side, Plexi right now, it's called like Plexi Power. It's a new thing for anybody new coming on the platform. They match whatever you put in. So I think the max is $1,000, but if you put $1,000 in, they give you another $1,000 to leverage off of that. So you can use that to basically scale higher. Of course, you can't withdraw what they match, but you can use it to just increase your leverage on the account. So you could also like use something like that. But yeah, you don't want to put yourself at too much risk, because trading is already hard enough. So learn the game, and then just once you get a good understanding, then start putting money into your own account. It's going to be the best way to do it. So FX Alpha said, how's the volume on order book looking tonight? So let me see if I can move the screen real quick for you guys. Like I said, guys, I don't know nothing about book maps, so this ain't book map tutorials or nothing like that. But book map right now, the volume is negative, so we had negative 126. We started out the session around like 400. We were negative like 4,000. I took note of earlier when we sold off during New York session. So looks like we're starting to flip back bearish. But like I said, it's not a confirmation that sellers are going to be in here. But yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure. What's going on, guys? Let me check the other chat. Stop. Watch. Said, can I get? How long does it take to learn and become a profitable trader? I mean, everybody's gonna be different. I would say, I don't know. My journey was different. It took me 4 to 5 years to really start seeing like decent profitability, or just getting over that break even phase, heading until now. So, and then it's still going to vary month to month. Like you may have a profitable month, but that doesn't mean that you're profitable. Like you may see somebody that has a profitable month or a profitable quarter, but it may not make them profitable. Like they might not be a profitable trader yet. That just means that they had a consistent month, So um, to determine that, you need time in trading. So I would say maybe 3 years for average person that's like really showing up consistently. But for someone that's like super dedicated, spending all their time given to trading, you can probably master, or not master, but you can probably like get a good headway in around 6 months to a year. But it's so much psychology that comes with it. It just depends on the person. Like some people come in and kill it, but I mean, my journey was different. I came in doing all right. Then I started seeing success. Then I instantly learned that I wasn't position sizing correctly. I was way over leveraged, and you know what I mean. I had to learn going through a lot of trial and error first before I even got anywhere close to where I'm at right now. Um, Stop saying two large fries. What? Smashing over there, bro? Y'all on here hungry. I'm low key hungry too. I want to get on that grill, if I'm being honest. Ryan said, "How did you find time and money to put towards trading?" Um, so the time was definitely blessing in disguise with the pandemic. So once we all had to go inside, we had nothing but time on our hands. So I was learning during that period, and I was literally using all that time inside to master trading. And I mean, the money that I was making, I wasn't really spending much because we were inside too, So I was I wouldn't say I spent a whole lot just on like courses and stuff like that, but I definitely just took my time to really understand trading, not necessarily money wise, but going through everything on YouTube, buying course material as far as like books like Trading Beyond the Matrix and um, Mark Douglas books, Trading in the Zone, stuff like that. So it was a lot of free information though, like from groups and stuff that I have like these PDF documents and stuff like that. So I was just trying to find everything I could for free and just learn off YouTube. And then when I had enough, or even if I had to use like credit card to once I felt confident, like okay, I found someone that I think that I can really learn from, and just kind of leverage credit to pay for something that I could just pay off over time if it was like a course that was over a couple $100 or whatever the case is. So just just being patient with opportunities, and then I was also investing into the market and stuff like that too. So some of that money I got from like the crypto boom, I used that to invest into learning or into putting into my own account. So everything was helping. Hey guys, I might actually be getting into a setup. Let me see. All right, yeah, I'm gonna take a short right here.
Order filled.
Three, 4, 2, 6. We'll see if some sellers can hold here. If not, it's perfectly fine. Yep, I just got into a sell position. We'll see how this holds. Yeah, if you guys want the screenshot, make sure you guys are in the Discord. Appreciate that, guys. So I use TGFX strategy. So if you look up technical guys on YouTube, that's the strategy I use. It's all institutional concepts, so like order flow, order pools, liquidity, and balance. So like this setup was based off the run of Asia open liquidity to the upside. Price action had closed bearish on the H8 time frame earlier. So that's why I'm looking to see if we get sell side. But if we don't, buyers step right back in. This will definitely be my last trade. I won't be taking any more trades. Decaf says started this week on expert account on MyFundedFutures, up 16,000 or 1,645 so far. Profit 4,000. Would play safe on aggressive. If you trust your system, yeah. Would you play safe on aggressive? Yeah. If you trust your system, play it safe. I would say if you trust your system. I mean, even if you trust your system right now, because for me, it's all dependent on your system though, and what you tested out, especially what you tested out in these summer months, because the summer months are different, bro. Like the summer months is not the cleanest as far as order flow and as far as like setups holding up. So I'm already expecting during this time period, like I'm going to take more losses than average that my system performs with. So you got to be confident in knowing that too. Like you may have to go through, especially if you're trading prop firms, multiple accounts in this time frame if you want to be super aggressive. But it's hard to say too. Like if your system performs good, in the summer months and you got it backed and tested, then I would say be aggressive. But if you don't got the system, if you don't have the data to back you trading very aggressive at this time, I would say just play it cool. Like right now, for me, I'm just playing it cool because I already know like gold has not been holding up. Been pretty much break even, small losers. So not much you can do. Appreciate the live. Stopwatch said you make beats. Nope. Nah, don't make beats. Miss Leo, what's up? Stopwatch said, honestly, I don't know what I'm looking at. Yeah, so this is just trading charts, bro. Gold and gold futures. Oops, put that on there. Yeah, guys, so we're still seeing buyers step in right now. We'll see if we end up holding. See if we just pulling back here. Let's check the M15. M15 had a decent closure, but we came right back into that imbalance range, so we could easily see, buyers want to take control of this because we were just in a chop here after that impulse up. We do got a nice bearish order block above us, so we'll see. Yep, for sure. Appreciate you guys sharing the live. So let me see. Matt said, which prop firms are you rocking with right now? So I'm only using Top One. I'm using their instant funded account. So that is futures. As far as Forex prop firms, I'll still recommend. I say I would say just funding pips. Honestly, that's the only one that I actually use. So I would say funding pips. Decaf said because it's fallen under 4-hour trend line ever since last night. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks like we want to get some selling pressure here, but I mean, we are coming off a daily imbalance too. So with price action just struggling to push higher after that first initial retest, I wanted to see sell side, but if we see buyers just come back in and let's say fill that 1-hour imbalance above us, then we may just see price action just kind of chop through New York tomorrow, and then we end up closing probably moderately higher within the range. But if we can see that take profit event, I think we will have a nice sell off just to finish the night here. But we could also just end within this range coming into next week. So, we'll see. Like I said, I'm not really over leveraged this week as far as where my account is at. So I did want to try something if something aligned tonight, but this ends up taking us out. That's fine. Be done for the week. Ado said someone using order flow. Oh, you talking about Bookmap? I'm not using Bookmap for any confluences. Just letting you know. I have literally just started it like 2 weeks ago. I've been trading just order flow based off of what I'm seeing on the charts, but I have started to add this here. RC said, "You think we bearish or bullish?" I think we're bearish, but it's hard to say right now. We're kind of within a range after that impulse. We had an impulse that took us down initially, and then we came back up, and then we started to see price action move sideways. So I think we're bearish right now on GC, but I could see reason for us to go right back up. I said I want Bookmap, but it's expensive. Yeah, it is. It is. I really just wanted to try it so I could study it. Honestly, just study it alongside of my trades and see if it's some type of edge I can identify. But so far, I mean, I got a lot of notes, but I would say it's all kind of random at this point. So I'm just kind of looking at the data and seeing what I see. But yeah, I know it's a lot of people that use it and uh, you know been doing well with it. It says I've been using Quant Tower Heat Map and TPO since it's free. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know a couple people that use Quant Tower too. Yeah, guys, we're still going back and forth within that 5 minute sell side imbalance to the left. Not seeing a strong bearish reaction yet. So Ada says, "Is it a live account? Are you saying my Bookmap? Is it live?" Yeah, like I can trade live on here if I wanted to, but um, I don't. Oh, is it a funded? So I trade both. I trade my own personal account on Tradeovate, and then I also have a sim funded account or straight to funded with Top One Futures. So I just got a payout with them last month. So I'm trying to get another one off of this account and then probably stack some more. But they got a straight to funded program. It's a little bit more than your average, challenge, but at least you get, you cut one process off of having to pass and get a certain amount, and you can actually start. And once you hit that private target, it's yours to start to withdraw. So Gary said, "What time frame you on?" So on the top of my chart here, that's the 2 minute. On this bottom chart down here, this is the M5 that you guys can see. Yeah, it looks like we're forming bullish continuation, guys. Let's see. Um, so Brendan said, "Is the pay as great as what they say in day trading?" I mean, I'm still on my way up. I know some successful traders that are doing really well, though, I would say. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely been life changing for me. But I can't speak for everyone. You know what I mean? It's going to be different depending on where your means is and where you start at, and you got to do your process of building up to, your own personal goals. But yeah, you can definitely make a lot of money, but you can also lose a ton of money. It also says if you learn depth of market and basic order flow, you should be fine. Unit said you hopped in them shorts, yeah. So I ended up taking shorts once we started getting confirmation back under that Asia Open. We started getting continuation, but you can see buyers still kind of coming back in here. Najee, what's up? Ryan said, "How do you switch between U.S., London, and Asia markets?" Um, are you saying like, do I? I don't trade both or all, so I trade the same strategy during Asia session that I trade during New York, because I don't trade London, but the only difference is the liquidity area that I'm adding to the Asia session is from the 1 hour open. So the high and the low of Asia, I'm marking that up. So if I'm looking for sales, I want to see the high taken out as one of my areas of liquidity. And then I'm looking for a transition to take price lower. So I'm looking for those same concepts when I trade New York session, but it's a little bit different as far as like areas that I'm also marking. Um, And I said, do you always trade 1 to 1? So no, I don't always trade 1 to 1. I usually trade anything between 1 to 1 to 1 to 3. It's just based off of liquidity. So what I'm actually looking to target is more so, let me see real quick. It would be more so the trying to figure out where the previous day's low, which will be at on the forex side at 3,311. I know you probably can't see this, but that'll be close to like a 1 to 2.5. So that's my overall draw right now. So typically I'll take it down to that 1 to 1, see how price is reacting. I usually take most of my partials there at the 1 to 1, and then I'll hold and trail to that extended target. And then if price just continues, I may just continue to hold it during the London session. So yeah. So that's a great setup. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm working with a little something. I gotta definitely gotta upgrade, but we're doing all right. And so I was wondering if it's worth learning, like the money side of it. Yeah, I would say it's definitely worth learning. I would say just treat it, you treat it like a business. It's another source of income. It's not something that's supposed to just replace your job or something immediately. You gotta truly build it and yourself up as a business. And once you learn, what you're doing, you just continue to, implement things that's going to increase more profit for your business. And once you get better, you increase your bit, like you update your business model, you sharpen your business model, and you start generating more money. And as you make more money, you can invest more into your account, and of course leverage more, and then you make more. But it's about where you at and what's fueling the business. Like, since trading is, you're trying to make money all off of trading, like what do you have that's going to supplement? And that may be the 9 to 5, which I had to do. So you got to set aside a certain amount to allocate towards your account, towards your education, and yeah, just build it up and come up with a plan. But I would say it's worth it. But like I said, my journey was not easy. I know most traders' journeys aren't easy, so it's not like I can always just say, "Hey, yeah, if you got 5 years of your life to spend, it's going to be definitely worth it," because you may spend 5 years doing the wrong thing in trading, and you may give up at that point, and it wasn't worth it. So it's like it's worth it if you're really going to stay consistent with it. If you can see yourself like 10 years down the line, like, okay, yeah, this is a skill that can really change my life. Like, if you're already looking at it like I'm gonna give it 10 years, then yeah, for sure, get into trading. But if you are like, I gotta, this gotta happen in 6 months, or a year, or you're gonna get discouraged and give it up, then I would say no. Pee Wee said, "Can you tell me why shorts? I was seeing longs. So shorts because of the 8 hour time frame. How we close, we end up closing with like a bearish engulfing here, and we inverted an imbalance to the left. So you can see here, we had this buy side imbalance that we closed through, and we had a run of a low close under it. So I'm looking for a steeper shift. Of course, we're coming into this daily buy side imbalance. So earlier, before we actually closed this bearish candle during New York, I was looking for buys and pretty much closed break even because we just chopped around coming into like noon. But when we end up closing back underneath these lows, I was wanting to see more of a decline. But I can see reasoning for buy side. So that's ultimately why I went short here. So AI said, I think trading for yourself is like building your company from scratch. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you are your own trading company. He said, yeah, I can see why for shorts. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I could still see potentially buys though. So like even if this comes and ends up running me out, I won't switch my bias. Of course, I'm not gonna take another trade today. This would be my last trade for the week. But if buyers step in, then I could definitely see why we may just maintain because of that rejecting that we got. But I'm still like in the middle because we kind of paused out of that buying momentum, and then we started to slowly see sell side step in here with that transition at the beginning of well, basically into Asia here. So that's why I want to see if we hold up, but slowly just seeing these buyers kind of push back. Appreciate that follow. Lewis said L buyers. No, I think I don't know. I don't know. We may see. It's okay though. If the price ends up buying, it's okay. I mean, losses are okay, guys. Ada said you should try using a dom to find imbalances. Know if buyers are pushing. I think you can access it with Bookmap. Yep. So they got the dom right here on the side of Bookmap. And then of course you can use your dom too on TradingView. I don't know how well it is syncing it with since my broker is Tradeovate, but yeah, they got the dom over here too. Well, I guess this is more like CLB data, but it's pretty much the dom. Louis said I want a short too. Nah, I do too, man. Of course, I mean I'm in a short, but what can we do, man? But honestly, like some of my trades then literally came like inches away from stop loss and then just go in my direction. So it's not like I'm not used to trades being in drawdown and still being right about the direction because I get in based off more momentum than just like, oh, this was a transition. So sometimes that momentum pulls back, and then I see the trade I was looking for. So somebody said, bro, do you know what time futures close? So futures market closed tomorrow at noon. P said PA is right there at my entry. Okay. Brendan said I wouldn't expect six-figure income from it in 6 months, but what is a realistic time? Well, I mean, if you want realistic time from my standpoint, like I'm 7 years into trading now, and I'm just now to the point where I can at least, cover my bills. I can make sure my mom is decent. Um, you know what I mean? Like things like that. Like I'm not able to just go take a trip, go buy a new car, and you know what I mean? Like I'm not on that level, but I am able to maintain my bills. That's just 7 years into trading for me. And, I spent a lot of time um, studying and stuff through the pandemic. I mean, even up until now. But um, yeah, I would say it took me so much to get just to this point. So I'm still trying to reach the point where, I'm getting six figure months and six figure years and stuff like that. So I'm doing all right though. I'm on my way up. But I mean, you got traders that's only been trading 4 or 5 years that's having six figure months and already reached six figures in a year worth of payouts and stuff like that. So I would say from what I've seen and most traders that I talk to, they're usually that are successful, it's usually like that 3 to 4 year span. So I would say if you can give it 4 years, solid 4 years, before just, saying maybe I need to give it up, then you could potentially like really see some real results. Animal Control said, hold on, let me see. I said, but you can only see resting orders. You should try adding aggressive ones. And when they meet the resting ones, you can see imbalance. Okay, I got you. Animal Control said, what do you think about Top Step X? I mean, so I use their platform with Top One, and I don't mind it. It's pretty cool. No complaints. Brendan said, how do I learn and get into it? Well, I mean, just trading in general. If you just want to start getting used to like trading knowledge, you can go to like literally like babypips.com for free just to learn, what's a pip, what's a stop loss, what's a take profit, what's the terms, you know what I mean, on the Forex side. I trade both Forex and futures, but they got a lot of good information just of the complete basics so you can know like what is this market that I'm trading, and then kind of transition that into starting to learn from YouTube and searching up different YouTube videos, beginners for futures, beginners for Forex. You can go to Technical Guys. That's our YouTube that we got a lot of videos on. We don't have just, I would say, straight beginner videos. It's more so, I would say, like intermediate. We do have a few that are good beginner level, but for institutional concepts, if you're trading more so the way I'm looking at the market, but there's all different ways. So I would say first step though, head over to Baby Pips just to get information, and then start searching up Forex or trading for beginners on YouTube. I wouldn't recommend options because I haven't traded options, and my bias when I first started was that you need a lot more capital to start with options, to be able to trade some of the bigger moves. But I'm not sure, what I mean. I'm not the one to ask with that, but I would say if you do want to trade more so like, especially if you're trying to trade like right now during Asia sessions, so like 7 p.m. to later at night, then I definitely would recommend like Forex or futures, because then you can trade the overnight markets. Whereas options, you can do like a long-term hold, but you're going to have to basically just be trading during that 9 to 5 time period. Appreciate the follow, Brendan. Animal Control said, any comments on Alex G? No comments on Alex G. I don't really know. I mean, I don't know that man like that. I seen him strip out in the Super Bowl though. That was pretty crazy. So Senip said, what's your best strategy on gold? So on gold, I'm just using the H8 order flow to determine which direction that I want to trade, and then I'm looking at pockets of liquidity to be ran or taken, order pools to be retested, macro order blocks, and looking to trade in the opposite direction once those retests happen, or that run of liquidity happens also. So yeah, guys, we got like 15 minutes in our session left. We're just chopping around, so we may not see too much happen tonight. Decaf said, the fact that GC didn't hold last night makes me think it will sell too. Can't find supply though. Yeah, I mean, I think it may overnight, especially because it's like we got buyers, that initially stepped in but did not give us continuation. But we'll see, because we're slowly seeing that push up right now. But I mean, we could still see a sell later. Who says same order? Buy order for now on this Asia session. Okay, you're looking for buys right now. Kiana Davis said, once you get to a point where you cover your bills, it's just a matter of scaling and compounding before those huge months come. Yeah, and I mean that's what I'm getting to now. So right now I'm just trying to keep my risk low, especially trading into these summer months, because I did have such a good year so far that June was pretty much just under break even. July's been starting out red. I mean, nothing too crazy, but I just want to make sure I'm preserving my capital too, so that I can really scale. Because yeah, I'm getting to that point now where I'm just really consistent, or been able to be consistent over a good period of time. So now I'm just trying to capitalize on that and compound without over risking on my account. So just keeping the risk small, and then of course if I end up taking an L, staying out the market, knowing when to not force or overreact. I said I usually trade bad during June. Yeah, I mean, last year, the year before last, July, well, June was decent, but definitely July and August. Well, July was my break even month. August was red. Both the last year and the year before last that I got actually track data of. So yeah, I'm never looking forward to the summer months, but it's like I do want to still see my edge play out. So I do want to take advantage of it. But I'm more so like, if it's not a 4 to 5 star trade in my book, I'm not going to take it. So like this one, I didn't have any confluence really against me, besides the fact that we are coming into a daily imbalance. So this gives me like 4 stars on this trade as far as confluence. So, I like it. I'll take it. But if it's like, okay, I don't like it because of this and because of this and because of this, it's like, no, I'm not going to take that trade, even if it aligns. You know what I mean? It's too many things I don't like about it. So strictly exclusive said, isn't the market closed? Nope. So that's just only for stock market. So if you're trading futures or forex, the market is open. But I think equities may be closed if you talk about equities. But the futures market closed tomorrow at noon. I said, but if you like consolidation, it's great. Marco said, how do you use Bookmap? So I can't give you a tutorial on Bookmap. I'm very new to it as well. But check out ASFX TV and look up Bookmap tutorials. Austin Silver's got some good tutorials on there, how to get it set up, how he uses it. But for me right now, it's just literally sitting on the side, just watching it, seeing how, what's the numbers coming in, what's the levels that's popping up, what am I seeing on the heat map. I'm just taking notes of it. Yeah, for sure, bro. Tanner, what's up? Appreciate that follow. Yeah, guys, we got like 10 minutes left. Looks like buyers are going to take this here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take that position off. I'll let the one run on my top one account, but I'm going to take that one off. No, so I'm not trading any options. I'm trading futures. Yeah, let's see the chat's talking about. Oops. Lex says sneaking on before my wife. Finds me told her I wasn't trading tonight or tomorrow. No, good for you, Lex. Good for staying out this market, man, because it ain't doing nothing anyway. I was looking for a short down based off the H8 closure, but it's looking like buyers are gonna hold up here. We may see gold reverse back though, but I just end up closing out my position on my personal account because I'm not finna let just not play with gold tonight. I'm gonna just go ahead and take my risk off for the week. If my top one account holds, let's say if it does hold, I'll hit. If not, it's okay. Just cutting that loser early. 8 hour set is rough. Yeah, price action kind of rough, but I mean it's okay. Definitely in these summer months. You can't expect too much out of it. Incredible risk management though. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been doing okay. Like the risk management is what's honestly got me by and helped me to stay consistent. Just being able to keep my risk the same, close out of trades early, respect my stop loss when it's there. You know what I mean? Things like that just help me to stay in the game. Like even when I was down to, my last account or whatever I had as far as like my trading, I couldn't invest anymore. The risk management is what kept me in the game. P Weezy says stuff so crazy you could just turn at any moment. So I'm just getting my hopes up just yet. I mean, I think you good on the buys. Like I said, I close out of my position because I can see us starting to transition right back up. And anytime, especially when the buyers start on gold, it's usually pretty strong. But I can still see us sell off. Like I can see both. He said I would have reported from frustration if I was in your place. Yeah, nah. Sometimes, I mean, honestly, I want to get an account. I want to get to the point where I got so much that I do just have an account that I can just, go crazy on. But nah. Andrew said we tapping into equilibrium on gold, then we going bearish. Okay, where you got equilibrium at right now? Are you off the current leg of structure, or are you looking at higher time frames? Yeah, I got shorts in now, but I think we may climb higher before we sell off because we got that 1 hour imbalance above us too. And I said I hate when A plus setups just hit your stop loss like it was your TP. Man, that's the worst because especially when it's an A plus like this one. This is my core setup that I've been trading, so it sucks when it is a loss. But honestly, like you do enough FX replay, these they're gonna come and go. So you just try to be unemotional with it, but it still is it still sucks because it's a loss. But yeah, what can you do? Honestly, you can't change it. You know what I mean? You just got to show up. Okay, yeah. So you said tap into the 1 hour imbalance before then selling off. Yeah, I think that may be the next stop before if we don't short from here, I think we'll definitely go higher, test that 1 hour imbalance, correlated around that Asia's low or previous Asia's low, and then we'll see shorts from there if we don't maintain now. But right now we're getting a decent reaction, nothing crazy. Coming into 9 o'clock though, that's really gonna show us like who's here, is it sellers or buyers? Because the buyers quickly step in, we might just impulse up and run through the night. Honestly, I think tonight will be good. A good runner can go tonight once the direction is set, or we just see prices chopping this range. 8 I said I'd be worse on FX replay than live. Yeah, I mean, when I first got on FX replay, I was just just trying stuff just to see like what works. But then I started reading Trading Beyond the Matrix by Van Tharp, and he started talking about SQN number and trying to figure that out and R multiples and stuff like that. So I really just started locking in on like, okay, let me just really test this out for real so I can figure out what my SQN score is, what's the R multiple, what's my expectancy, and then like that's when I really start, you know what I'm saying, getting better or getting real good. So, but it'd be like that because it's a simulation, so you could just do whatever. Andrew said, "What do you target risk reward wise? One to one." Yeah, so it's all dependent on setup. So I usually target liquidity. Minimum is going to be 1 to 1. Max is usually 1 to 3. In that range is what I look to target for my first initial TP, where I'm taking off usually 75 to 80% of the position, and then the rest I'm trailing. So. Like one of the biggest trades during age of this year, I think it was like a 1 to 15 risk reward. So trailing to that 1 to 15 is what I use for those last 1 to 2 contracts or whatever I got left, um, and just do it like that. So basically, just trying to increase my R per trade since I am kind of taking partials pretty quickly, which is like I said, that 1 to 1, 1 to 3 area is usually where I'm taking it. AI said CBD is falling. Yeah, we may see. I wish that 5 minute would have closed like a bearish engulfing. Yeah, guys. So, like I said, I'll be on here a few more minutes. Check the other chat. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys hopping on. Like I said, I'll be back next week. Um, Definitely join the Discord. If you guys need the Discord link, shoot me a DM. I will update the description on YouTube to the most recent Discord link so you guys can tap in. We got the trade competition running still this month, so 5K in profits for the first place winner, who's ever got the highest percent gain on the account. So you can join the Discord, see all information for that. We also, Outrageous also, we launched Traders Impulse, so that's a platform that you can sync with any Trade Locker account, and it basically helps you just control your risk. So you can set like daily loss limits, daily targets, windows of when you want to be in a trade, like as far as like a trading window set for yourself, so that you're not trading outside of your trading window. So a lot of different rules that aren't preset, of course, when you take a prop firm challenge that end up making you fail. So just keeps your risk in check, helps you control from going over control. You know what I mean? So definitely a couple things we got going on in the Discord. So make sure you guys tap into that. But yeah, I'll update you guys on what ends up happening with this trade. Looks like we are still kind of just transitioning here, kind of maintaining on that buy side. But we came and tested that 5 minute bearish continuation order block, got a nice reaction off it. So we'll see if sellers are willing to hold here, but we may just chop you guys. So like I said, this will finish us off for the night. It won't be trading tomorrow, but it will be back next week. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the live. I appreciate y'all. Yep, I'll see you guys.